Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Crystal Mew here. So today we're going to be talking about the Terrestrial Festival set. So that's finally been released now in Japan. That got released on Friday. So it's very exciting because we get to see what's included in that set. So just to look at what we've got so far. So we have got only a couple of illustration rares. So this is quite unusual for a set normally, as normally there are less special illustration rares and more normal illustration rares. But in this one we only have currently confirmed these two here, which we've got the Paldean Wooper and the Meowth. I really like this Meowth. I love the art style. I think it looks really, really good. It looks like a children's illustration, which I think looks really cool. And obviously you've got the more sort of painted look here as well. So really like those cards. We've seen some of these before, but obviously we'll go through every secret rare that there is that was confirmed, because it's obviously so exciting that there's so many. We've seen that one previously. We've got some of the Starfall team in this one in their full outfits, which is really cool. I really like this one. Like, there's a lot of sort of watercolor looks to these cards, which is really nice. I love a lot of the artwork in these cards. Like, a lot of them look very like traditionally painted, which looks really good. Ortega here in his academy outfit, which is really cool. Yeah, so we got again more of the same. We got Eri here. This is Eri, believe it or not, if you didn't know, not in her uniform. We got Friends of Paldea, which we talked about previously. We've got Larry. Yeah, so you can see a lot of these not in their uniform. These are some pretty good full art cards, but I know some people weren't a fan of these ones as they looked a bit bland and boring. But we've got ones like this one. This one looks really good. Really like the pop of colour here. Yeah, so there's some good ones here. Nothing that stands out massively in these ones. So I think this is probably my favourite one here. But we've got a good set of those ones. So on to the big ones. Now, I will admit, since Terrestrial Festival's come out, obviously I've watched a few pack openings. I've not opened any myself, sadly, but I have watched a few pack openings. I actually saw a God pack opening, which was really cool, and they opened all of the evolutions in one go. So I have seen what they look like a bit more up close, and they do look amazing, particularly this Leafeon one, because we didn't have a very good high res photo of this one. So this one, personally, it's not my favourite card out of them all in terms of the look. Obviously it's up there, but it does look amazing in person. It's probably one of the better ones. So we got Leafeon here. This looks incredible. Yeah, we got Ogerpon. So we've got the variations in the masks of this one. So whilst these aren't my favourite, I feel like they will be quite popular still. We've got Flareon. So a lot of these we've brushed up on before. Cerulege has got another special illustration rare. He's hitting hard recently, and yet again, I think this is an incredible card. It reminds me of the Hydreigon in Surgeon Sparks. So yeah, it looks really, really cool. Another one of the masks. We got Vaporeon, Glaceon, and this Palafin one, which looks really cool actually. I really like all the colours in this one. Looking really cool. Another one of the Ogerpon masks, and Jolteon, Iron Hands. A lot of these future Pokemon look really good, so I really like the style that they've sort of kept throughout all of the future ones, and then as you'll see in a bit, the same for the ancient, they have a slightly variation. Now, the Espeon one I'm really excited about, because Espeon is my favourite Pokemon. We finally have a high-res photo here, and I think it looks so good. It looks so good. I'm so excited. Like, even though I know the Umbreon is going to be the favourite, and potentially Leafeon, and like everyone's been going on about Leafeon and Glaceon as well, look really good. But I really love this Espeon card, especially now you can see the flowers, and it almost looks like something from Avatar or something, in a Pandora rainforest. It's just incredible. I love this card. Sylveon looks really good as well. Really like this one. And then of course we've got the Iron Valiant as well, which again they've all got this very clean artwork to the future Pokemon cards, which I think look really cool. And the same with Iron Crown. This one's probably my favourite out of all the future ones. Hoping to pull this one if I do manage to get my hands on it. And so when we go to the ancient Pokemon, these are more sort of like traditionally illustrated, which is really cool. So it's a lot more like hand drawn rather than digitally, so it looks really good. I like this one. This one's really cool. Obviously they're a bit mixed up at the moment, so bear with me. Yeah, we've got another one of these. So we've got the Umbreon card, the big hitter, the one that's going to be going for the most potentially in this set. It's already up for about, I think last time I checked, about $300 just for the Japanese version. So you can imagine how hard this is going to go in the English version. Rory Moon. Again, I've talked about this one. Really nice. Got a lot of detail. There's a lot of this style going on at the moment with the very like scratchy lines and high amount of detail and texture. Got Petulant, which is personally not my favourite Pokemon. I wasn't a big fan of the Shroud of Fable set, but I do like this card. I love the colours. It's very, very interesting, very different, and you know, lots of patterns going on. Really like that one. Goldengo, I mean, you can't go wrong with Goldengo. I think there's so much going on in this card. I love the angle, I love the coins falling down, and Goldengo always has this certain style of illustration whenever it gets a card, and it's these clean lines, and yeah, really like it. Dragapult, I know people are excited about this one as well. Really like all the colours, lots going on, and it doesn't clash too much. Like all the colours, there's a lot of colours going on, but it doesn't clash too much, which I really like. This is my favourite ancient Pokemon in the set. I love the sort of comic book style look to it with the shading. It's like in those, you know, diagonal lines. I think it looks really cool, and personally I do like Raging Bolt anyway, so really nice card. We've got the Eevee. Not a massive fan of this one. It kind of looks like very old person feel with the floral look. You know, this is something that particularly I'd see on my grandma's sofa in the background, but you know, it's still a nice card. I'm not gonna say it's horrible, but it's not my favourite one of the set. And then this one I would like a lot more. I mean, I don't really understand why it's in front of a load of fruit. But there we are. I do think it looks quite cool. So yeah, there's that one. I prefer this one. So we've got the Ursaluna, which again I think is going to be super, super cool. I really like this one, the colours, and this is probably going to look very good in person. I haven't seen this one in person yet, but I'm sure I will in time. We've got the Terrapagos again, which I spoke about in a previous video. Obviously it had an SIR in Stellar Crown, which personally I think looks slightly better, but I still really like this one, and this will be a big chase card for me as well. But yeah. And then we're back to Leafeon again. Okay, so those are the SIRs for the Pokemon, and then obviously we've got the trainer ones, which I like these ones because they almost look like they're from a manga, you know, a manga comic strip, which looks really good. Obviously coloured. Yeah, I think these look really cool. They're almost like telling a story. So you've got Crispin here, which I think is really good, and you've got Drayton again. So we're sort of recurring again from, you know, Stellar Crown and Surging Sparks. Not unhappy with that, but yeah. And we've got these ones. This one is one of my favourites in the, you know, the SIRs of the trainers. I think that one looks really good. And of course we've got Lacey in this manga sort of style again, which I do love Lacey. I mean, we do share a lot in common. So we've then got the gold cards, which seem to be from previous sets. So we've got Iron Leaves here, which is from the Temporal Forces, but sort of done in this shaded style, sort of a bit more simplistic. Now, I've never particularly liked the gold cards as much as I do the special illustration rares and even the illustration rares. But even this time I'm thinking, yeah, I'm not really bothered about these. So yeah, and then we've got the Ogerpon from Twilight Masquerade, and we've got Walking Wake from, again, Temporal Forces. And then we've got obviously the Pikachu from Surging Sparks, which I really like this Pikachu in Surging Sparks. I don't like it as much in this style for Terrestrial Festival, aka Prismatic Evolutions. So, you know, this might be a big card, but I don't like it as much as the one in Surging Sparks. And then we've got the Terrapagos. You know, it looks very similar to the one in Stellar Crown. I think it's ever so slightly different. I'm not sure, I haven't checked, but yeah, it looks very similar. So we kind of got like a mix of previous sets as the gold cards, which is, you know, a bit unusual, kind of a bit samey personally, but I don't know. I'm not that bothered about gold cards, and I'm sure a lot of people aren't either. So next we've got the intentionally excluded cards, which will be part of, you know, promo cards from, say, tins. Like, I'm sure we'll be getting tins of each evolution, and these might be included in those. And we've also got Kyogre, we got Xerneas here, and Dialga. So I have seen some of other EXs as well, so there will be promo cards. even though they are regular, promo cards, I do like the artwork in these. I've said in a previous video that I do think these, if they were illustration rares or full art, they would look so cool. Like, even as a common, they look so good. I love the artwork on these ones, and particularly the Espeon here. Espeon's my favorite, but I just love how good this one looks. So, and the Sylveon's pretty good, to be fair, as well. And obviously Umbreon is the all-time favourite. So yeah, these look really good. I'm really excited for this set. Obviously, it's going to be a very popular one, very hard to get hold of. I've repeated it many times before, but if you can get your hands on anything to do with this set, do it. Don't miss out. It's frustrating because everyone's going to be doing the same thing, but if you want to get your hands on these cards, then you need to go out and get them as soon as you can, because it's just, the demand is crazy for this right now, and rightly so now that we've got the full set list. So something else to note, so there's obviously we've got that Meowth and the Wooper, but there's not going to be any other illustration rares in the set, and we are being, finally in the English version, we're being introduced to the Pokemon Master Pool reverse holos, which is super exciting. Apparently the texture on these cards is incredible. I've seen a few videos. Obviously we don't know what it's going to be like until we feel it in person, but everyone I've seen opening the packs and looking at articles online have said the texture is just incredible. And obviously if you manage to pull one Master Ball card on one of your favourite Pokemon, that is going to be incredible as well. So we've got those to look forward to as well. I think it's going to be an absolute game changer in the set. Another reason why this set is super popular. And then we've got the promo card, the Eevee promo card coming out of the Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer box. So that'll be really cool as well. We've got God packs, which I talked about. So some people are pulling all of the Eevees here, which that would be insane. That will be pretty much your set sorted. So whether you'll be keeping them or selling them. So yeah, it says one type of God pack will come with 7 reverse holos, followed by 3 random Evolution Special Illustration rares. And then a second God pack will trick you with a common card on top, followed by all 9 special illustration rares of EVX and its evolutions. Now, I can imagine that would feel amazing. As soon as you see the one common, you just think you're opening a general set. And then all of a sudden, you're getting all of the evolution cards. That must be an incredible feeling. Feeling that I'm probably never going to get, but, we can hope at least. So in terms of Terrestrial Festival, obviously it's going to be different for the English set, as we're not getting booster boxes as far as I'm aware. We'll only be getting the booster bundles and the ETBs and, things like tins and blister packs and stuff like that. So it's a bit different with the Japanese one in that there's booster packs containing 10 cards, and each booster box comes with a guaranteed special illustration rare. It's also possible to pull 1 additional secret rare, either a full art card or ultra rare gold card. Now, considering the amount of secret rares there are in this set, I'm hoping in the English version it's going to be a bit more, doable. The pull rates will be better because there's so many, and because we don't have booster boxes. It'll be a bit unfair considering demand is so high and the supply can't keep up with that. So, and then of course we've got the reverse holo as well. The Master Ball's not guaranteed, so this means Pokemon plans to print the set continuously over the next few years, which is good to know. So yeah, and then obviously Prismatic Evolution comes out on January the 17th, so not long to go. We've got 1 month to go until the set releases. I can imagine there's going to be an absolute explosion of videos out there of people unboxing this. I'd love to see all of yours, so please feel free to send me on my email any of your pulls, and I would love to do a reaction video. That would be really cool. So yeah, and then the final thing to leave with is the set will also feature reverse holo Pokeballs and Master Balls, as we know. The design hasn't been revealed yet, and we don't know how they'll be distributed in packs, but we are getting them, so that is exciting, and hopefully I'll be able to at least pull 1 Master Ball Pokemon card. So yeah, that is everything so far on Terrestrial Festival, and then what we know for Prismatic Evolutions. It's very exciting. I cannot wait for this set to be released, as I'm sure most of you are, and seeing the final set list looks really exciting. Like, all the special illustration rares are looking really good. There's only a couple that I'm not that bothered about, but most of them are highly chaseable, really good, and I can totally understand why this set is being hyped even more so than Surgeon Sparks. Now that Surgeon Sparks is out, there's a bit less of a hype, which, as it, now that it's a couple of weeks old, this is completely normal. But I feel like this set is going to be hyped up for quite a while, considering we don't have booster boxes and the evolution is going to be highly sought after. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and hit that subscribe button as well if you are enjoying my content, and I will see you in the next video.